But why you not for you? We not telling you that we're happy.
We are in 2023.
We are here to build this country for our generations unborn.
Star in confused element George Weah.
Oh, so you can legitimate corruption? I see a rescue man and tell you say you're going committee rule.
In his 80s, he's not just seen as president, he's seen first as a Baptist deacon.
Our friends, to that particular friend, what mother did not do, you cannot do it. Your mother did, you will not do it. Thank you very much.
And the person saying it. And the United Party people got to be naive to sit there and think that these people are interested in working with them.
All of the areas of sports, because these people are flag bearers, we're going to promote sports in our country. It's a good
Fala. That's Jeremiah Kun. They form Nimbo. What do you think they are doing? A political party they are forming.
Peace and stability into this country.
And we have our women in the market that are there to support President William re-election.
In his 80s, he's not just seen as president, he's seen first as a Baptist deacon, so which means man of God, I would believe. Then he's seen...
We are in here today.
Former President Weah was a pastor.
Self-proclaimed, you know.
There are a lot of good people in the market, but there are a lot of hard ones too.
Why do I pass that stage already? I passed that stage.
Brother Kear and something.
Most of our people here in Liberia can respect people.
Today we like you, we will remain there until otherwise the time is completed.
I made Liberia or Liberian football the greatest, the best Lone Star ever.
Just last week, people from the town came to me and gave me cola and white chicken. They say when somebody abuses the only in your mind.
By my financial support with our government, why you can do it? Why you can do it?
Good morning, Liberia. Welcome to Kear Morning Live. He is Daniel Rogers, the sheriff, the voice of the people, speaking truth to power every single morning. He has no fear, no favor. He stands for what is right, calling out the wrong, bringing justice to the light. FM Morning Live. The sheriff on the mic, keeping truth alive. He is the voice of the voiceless, courage in his stride. Kear Morning Live, Kear Morning Live, Kear Morning Live, Kear Morning Live. The sheriff in the public court of opinion. 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 He is the sheriff, Rogers the sheriff, the voice of the people, speaking truth to power every single morning.
Good morning, Liberians. What a way to be back here this morning with another splendid edition of the program. This morning, right here on Kear Radio. Increase a bit. It's good to be here. My name is Obey Sebastian Jiba. When the evil plotters beat the drum, the gods will align sound. And of course, it is only a stubborn fly that followed the corpse at the gravesite. Think about this. You know, these are African quotations that always inspires a whole lot of us every time we're on. Well, today is a loan presentation. The sheriff is out, and of course, on other assignments. But I'm here to take you up until 10 o'clock with a lot of issues of paramount concerns on the program. Too many things to talk about. We're going to Look at the MDR's ultimatum to Senator Kogai. The government of Liberia has re-emphasized the sales of shisha to be strictly prohibited at business centers, and so they're going to close down businesses according to them. They're going to conduct unannounced inspections at businesses as well. Well, we're going to talk about that on the program this morning and read a release from the Ministry of Commerce, the Ministry of Health, and all institutions responsible for that. We're going to take the fast check segment at 8 o'clock. And yes, indeed, following the fast check segment, we will review the local dailies. And we'll bring in our guest who is a supporter of former President George Weah will join us. A supporter of former President George Weah will join us. Eric Perfist on the program this morning. We're going to talk about the CDC USA convention. We're going to talk about we will talk about the Unity Party, the current handling of the drugs activities in our country. A whole lot we're going to be talking about on the program this morning. Private Bar has been, the CEO has been arrested for allegedly being involved into the sales of drugs. The government has issued that release through the joint security. So we're going to talk about that. And Babatu Sui, there is a post believed to be attached to him, has commented on the matter as well. Well, too many things to weigh in on the program this morning. So be my guest as we will rumble through some of these activities on the program this morning. We're live on our online television on KCN TV. So go to Facebook and, of course, just find KCN TV on Facebook. You're going to see us live. Like our page, and you're going to get the notification. You can also follow us on YouTube. Our channel is there. Go to YouTube. It's Kear Communications Network on YouTube. So go to YouTube, and of course, you follow us live on YouTube via Kear Communications Network and other social media platforms. You can also share the show for us. We ask that you kindly share our platform live this morning on a lot of group chats, WhatsApps, and everything. Yeah, we will appreciate you for sharing with friends, sharing with family members, loved ones in the diaspora, outside Montserrat County, also you in the rural areas. Like those who usually follow us, would like to say thanks so much for always listening. Like a man of God called me last evening from Butlersville, Evangelist Elijah. Yes, I hope I got the name correctly. But the evangelist said to me, well, thanks to you guys for the show. I always monitor all of you, and I think it's great. I would love to be a part of this family. And then I told him he's welcome to be a part of the Kear family. This is, listen, and when we say this platform is objective, credible, factual, and timely, we actually mean what we say, because we are credible, we are factual, we are timely, we are accurate, and of course, this is your objective platform. We give opportunities to both government and the opposition community to come and air their views, to say exactly what they've got to say, and for of personal attacks and fake information out there as well. So what we do and what we're interested in is to have a space for people to express freely as a media outlet. So that's what our CEO is. Not a politician. Yeah, man by nature is a politician, but our CEO is not desirous of contesting a public office. And so, well, he's not a member of the Unity Party. He's not a member of the CDC, ANC, CPP, or C whatsoever, CNC. This what Mr. Christopher Kear is a Liberian who's clearly trying to give opportunities to young Liberians, and to also create a platform like this one so that all can have their time to have a conversation. So, well, you can do business with us also. Yeah, come to our radio station. We're located on the UN Drive, right around the Radita Market. Just say you're looking for the radio station or you ask for Kear Radio. We're right by Radita Market and directly opposite the BTC Barrack. And we're adjacent the Jungle Water area also. Right on the UN Drive. So come up, whether it's an announcement, whether it's an advertisement, whether it's something you want us to do live on our online TV through maybe you lost somebody at the funeral, at the birthday celebration, and whatever the occasion is, graduation, and as you want us to do some live coverage for you, outside broadcast, press conferences as well. Well, we are available, very affordable. Our price, well, I don't know the station I got affordable price the Care Radio. Very much affordable. If you think it's on true testing process, and of course we give you more than what you paid for. So I'd like to say good morning again to you. Thanks so much. Make this place your home as we run through. So those of you who are watching us already, I'd like to say good morning to Alhaji Aska Ahmed. He says good morning, Deputy Tough Talking Obejiba and Sheriff, the voice of the voiceless. I'm following from the abandoned and free vacancy of District 17 come 2029. Okay, let DJ Blue rest. Yeah, man, rest. Cecilia Sano is following, and all of you following this morning, I like to say thanks so much. Drop your comments. We will definitely read them out for you on the program this morning. We'll go strictly into our chip chat. We'll review the papers later on the flip side, 8 o'clock. But we'll go strictly into our chip chat this morning on the program for your listening pleasure. What are some of those things we want to highlight this morning? We'll start up, and of course, we'll give you the opportunity to also comment. The issue of drugs in our country means a whole lot, right? The government continue to strive to have people brought on board, arrested, and to go and go through an impartial investigation to bring people on board to ensure that they give account for what exactly they know of in terms of their involvement into this entire drugs issue as well. So, private buy, according to the private buy, according to the report, the CEO has been say we're low on the online television. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so our technicians are doing all the work on the things. Giovanni Foley for your comment. We're gonna definitely have the sound increase. Eric Pevis is filing from Minnesota. Thank you so much for joining us. He'll be joining us shortly on the program as we talk issues of concern. Yeah, so we're trying to make some adjustments in the online television. So for the sound there, the quality of sound will increase shortly. Yeah. So the owner of private bar, according to the government of the Republic, sorry, of the Republic of Liberia, has been arrested. Let's get this. He has been arrested according to information. So it's again low. I don't know. Yeah, okay. So the government owner of private bar nightclub in Pinsville, Leroy Herrens, has been formally charged by the Liberia National Police in connection with the alleged US 317 million drugs trafficking case. According to Information Minister Jeremy Pierre, says Herrens faces multiple charges, including criminal conspiracy, criminal felicitation, criminal solicitation, illegal possession of unlicensed illicit substances, unlicensed importation of illicit drugs, money laundering, trafficking, trade and sale of narcotics, as well as economic sabotage. Plenty of things on the man one. The man who has private bar, the owner of private bar, Pinsville. He say a drugs bar in Pinsville, private bar. Yeah, it's right on the road around the GSA area. Yes, GSA Junction. Very jam-packed nightclub every night. Yeah, it's packed. And so the owner now has been charged. When you are charged, it means that the police got evidence against you that you're into drugs. So, according to the police, through the government of Liberia, the information minister is now saying that the owner of that nightclub is into drugs activities, private bar. So he has been given multiple charges by the government of the Liberia of Liberia through the Liberia National Police. Sorry for that. So Leroy Herons, let's see what happens. He has been charged, and I'm sure the next step is to be forwarded to court, and the next step is to be vindicated or imprisoned because it is a non-bailable offense. With all of these charges, for example, well, they say illegal possession of unlicensed illicit substances. It means that you get a license to carry certain kind of drugs, whether it's marijuana you're smoking or selling there. You they should also send LEC to check there. A private bar. Okay, it is not funny because this drugs issue is getting serious in our country. Um, a lot of things happen. The government has burned the job. The president recommended the dismissal of a lot of security personnel and other officials at the airport involvement into this whole drug cartel thing. So there's still more needs to be done. And we commend the effort of the president so far and the government of Liberia in terms of what they're doing. Should there be more done? Yes, there should be more done to ensure that most of these drugs dealers, most of these people, they make you think that your hustle you do is not legitimate, or you know how to get money. You just working whole day and you can't earn money. Because most of them want free money, they get involved into drugs. And they do cover up business. Somebody selling mayonnaise, but they get 10 cars. The possibility, and you're not even bringing, you're not the distributor of that mayonnaise from the original manufacturer to say you bring it 10, 15, 20 containers in the country. You just got one small provision shop. You selling drinks. Yeah? Not on a very large scale, for example, even if it is, but your lifestyle, use it as a cover up. You know, they got to cover up things that people can do. So, okay, they may are a journalist and you do this XYZ, but he got 10 houses, he got 20 cars, and you all know the profession in the country, right? So, there must be something. So, if you're willing to do an audit on the lifestyle of some of these individuals, you see their lifestyle is quite different from their income and whatsoever as well. Some of them, yeah, they got bigger businesses, they're into 2, 3, 4, 5 businesses, but they're still pushing the drugs. They're not depending on those businesses. They're pushing drugs to survive, selling it on a larger scale, on the smaller scales, and they're doing a whole lot. Maybe it's just one of many nightclubs in the country, maybe. I'm not exact about that, and I'm not yet to accuse any nightclub, but from this, it could tell you that there's a whole lot needs to be done with some of those business centers as well, right? So, yeah, we told you some of these people who are involved into this thing, maybe it may not just be the top names of government officials you want to. Yeah, it could be their names also. I'm not here to say they are not involved or they are involved. But until they can be caught with the evidence we all are looking for, because some of you say, okay, some of these people been arrested, they are linked to some of these government officials. Until they can publicly come out and say, yeah, these people are linked to us, their drugs business is getting serious. It started as low as tramadol, even though it's harmful also. It started with marijuana. They face it as peppermint candy, Benesi candy. They face it with peanut butter. They face it in different forms to give it to people to eat it and get high and spoil somebody's child or children. From 2005 to 2025, the number of Zogo, they've increased. More than hundreds of people are turning into Zogo. One way or the other, directly and indirectly, there's a family that is affected from drug addiction. Like yesterday, one lady called me. She said she does not know where they have a good rehab center. Her brother is taking drugs, and there's a need now to carry him somewhere good so that it doesn't get worse. So people are out there crying about this harmful substance called drugs, killing people. While some of our brother there, our friends, they just dealing drugs, bringing it in the country, carrying it to other destinations, working with their cliques, the whole cartel to damage the future of our country. It is not just damaging the young people, because some of the cocaine and some of these high-grade drugs, ordinary people can't afford it to buy cocaine. There are some people scraping the light bulb, the white light bulb, the fluorescent bulb, they're smoking it. Imagine somebody tear the barrel because they say the shit in the barrel is soft. You tear God's word to smoke drugs with it. You will not get crazy for life. You can think about your own self. Your parents send you to school. Good schools around here. Some people went to university, but because of drug addiction, today where they are, they're lying down in cemeteries. See your life. Today, they're sitting somewhere in a cold. That's why during the rainy season, most Zogos can die. Because they cannot afford the money to buy cocaine. 3, 4, 5 men will go steal. They say they put money together, they're frying. They let the drugs and everybody chasing the smoke. They send just to get high. You get high and dirty. You can't take back for 1 month, 2 months. You are in a cold. You can't eat good food. Then you say you're taking drugs. The ones that are taking the drugs can afford good food and money to move on. They are also having some issues. So, Private Bad Man has been arrested. I believe in my mind, I'm not accusing anybody. That's why I'm not calling any bad name. But any nightclub or so could also be involved in the sales of this drug thing. So yes, I was trying to give a background. It started with tramadol. It started with opinion, as we call it. Me simplifying marijuana for the sake of our public. People smoking opinion all over the place. And at the end of the day, these things are transforming gradually onto another level. It is killing the society. And that's why these messages need to go to the high schools a whole lot. Because children in junior high, elementary, and senior high, if they start up with this attitude, they take it up to a higher level. Before they even graduate, they are already used to drugs. Our children. Some of us, your kids in school with bad boys and bad girls, they influence them. Children quick to adapt. And at the end of the day, you have these kids coming out of high school with a whole big mindset. The government of the Republic of Liberia must do everything possible to erase this negative perception. There's an effect on the nation as well, right? Yeah, sure. So the Liberia is adjusted. Have we reached that level? For me, I don't think, but we're getting there if we're not careful. That's why these measures put into place must be done holistically, irrespective of who's involved. It should be done holistically. You grab the common man who are the airport hustling, maybe they can again tell that USA can pass our drugs, or the game 1,000 USA can pass our drugs. He's part of the cartel. In as much as the police as well, the police authority got their own people involved. Imagine in the middle of the night, 2 o'clock while we're sleeping, You get one police car in front, one police car behind, the drugs in the middle. And these are people who are responsible for these transnational crimes. Imagine Johnny Bolladin and others in the police. I still believe that people who are also part of the cartel, they stay hanging in the police. Some senior officials of government or senior officers of the government, they stay hanging in the police. They stay hanging in high offices if they're connected, because the cartel is big. They look for big people who got authority and say, we'll use the authority to get what we want. The cartel is big. If we're not careful, the nation will turn to drug state. We're going nowhere. It's going to damage the reputation of the country. You travel out there for somebody building 10 horses and putting money in their pocket. Then you go out there, you put your passport and they say Liberia. And say, oh, okay. That they play every day, they're carrying drugs. 317 million drugs. How did it come to the country? It was not just yesterday. It is a whole big play and gradual process. These people ship these drugs to the country. They bring it through the airport, illegal entry points. Now today we're talking about a ship in Grand Cape County. On new ship, this one, our coastal guys from the armed forces of Liberia moving in. We gotta be careful. When these people sit and they try to spoil the system in the country, the government should rise up to the occasion and prove. Yes, I know the president is exerting political will. It should go beyond all spectrum of this investigation. The NSA, the police, the DEA must double up its effort. Imagine the deputy director for DEA suspended without pay because of his alleged involvement into the process. Did he also aid the process? What kind of country they? All of them involved into the process. They say when you haul bush. That's what happening. Somebody using the authority. They sit somewhere and they're using the authority to steal from people. Other people who doing that peaceful business in the country, you think they're stupid? They take loan. They put a high-end money. Beyond 1 or 2 continue. They come to the port. There are a lot of bureaucracies and charges at the port. They still manage to clear that container. Some of them pass through Guinea because of transshipment and they want to just bring their goods. Custom charge and high. You think the other people stupid? You said 3 container whole year you can get even $4,000 US as profit. Some of you get involved with the Colombian and Spanish people, Fula people, Nigerian people, Liberian people. You're joined together. You start bringing drugs in the country to get free money. Free money. Drug money sweet. You see, these are the people who go to nightclubs. They go in the communities and they show off. And make you to think that you poor forever. You your own hey God get you get idea to look for money. Because they set it somewhere they want to do free drugs money. Drug has components. It's associated with nasty and dirty deeds. When you start doing drugs, you get involved into human trafficking. When you start doing drugs, you get into terrorist financing. When you start doing drugs, you get into counterfeiting, which is money laundering. These are transnational crimes that are interconnected. So these are bad and unwanted people in society. Don't join them to spoil the society, the image of our society. The drugs cartel, we got to take it very seriously. All of you sitting and listening, oh, the cash passing. Some of you know these people. And you don't feel sorry for these drugs people. Yeah, so I'm a person, I'm a desert. But they may harm in the society. They may make you to feel that Uno hustle is a nonsense hustle. We generally pay all the people. Yeah, and that's the reality. We haven't been paid for the job that we do in terms of what we should be paid as journalists. There's a passionate job. We put the passion, but at the end of the day, journalists get sick or around they die. You wear home, most somebody give you $50. You wear home, money give you $100. That's our job we choose to do. Our survivability matters a lot. So the man who just take cocaine from right here, bring it through the system, he gets $100,000. So even me as journalist, I work 10 years, even 20 years of the rest of my life with my 100 hours salary, for example, it can make me even make $50,000. Oh yes, then they make you to, even though you're educated, even though you know what you're doing, but they make you to believe and feel that you don't know what you're doing, and your education got nothing to do with your wealth. So they sit on the side, they do their cover-up businesses, they open store, they selling used clothes, they selling this, that, but they make millions of dollars. These are the same people that go all of the country, they print the counterfeit like brain money, they put it into continuum, they bring it in the country because we have to detect counterfeit. That's what I'm saying. Because if you're into drugs, you'll be into counterfeit, terrorist financing, money laundering, as they will put it. So you just get involved into bad business and say that's the only way you will survive in the country. President Walker needs to do more. If the Unity Party government is not careful, this could cause a problem to the government. But thankfully, for me, I like to be true. Thankfully, the president has recommended dismissals of people, suspension without pay, pending outcomes of investigation. Is a giant step towards the fight against these drugs. And so, don't say that. We need more to happen. Our international partners should come and help us. It could be true that the same very people, I'm not accusing anybody. It could be, assuming without admitting, that the same very people who are there trying to interrogate each other could also be linked or could also be a part of the process. So sometimes, to make it broader and ensure that these things happen and make sense, for outsiders also to come and aid in the process and say, come and aid, let's see what's happening. So that these people can confide in the system. So that the president can get the exact information, so that the ocean of gossipers and fake people surrounding the president will not just go tell the president what he wants to hear, but the reality could swing in. And the great and wonderful thing should be done. Mr. President, the Liberian people look up to you 100%. We're not saying drugs will be minimized. It does not happen in thin air or just like that. But to an extent that drugs came into the country and nobody knew that the boys brought in 300 million plus worth of drugs. How did they come in the country? By what means? And that's what now the investigation should establish. How did they come in the country? So that the people who were also involved in bringing it, did they come through the border points of our country? They mean those custom officers, those people, or did they come through an illegal entry point into the country also? Let's go beyond. The investigation must establish these things beyond all reasonable doubt. So that tomorrow I can say President Boga is a drugs president, or Vice President Kuhn is a drugs vice president. So people cannot put a dent on the image and character of your government until you can exert additional effort as a leader, as national leaders of this nation. The people will continue to speculate until we can have a logical, sensible, clear understanding about how the process works. People will continue to speculate. The Liberian people look up to you. You came to rescue. That was the mantra that brought you to power. Rescue me to save. Rescue me to redeem. Rescue me to ensure that those things that were done before aren't repeated. Yesterday we talked about 100 million. Today we talk about 300. We're not politicizing it, but it's going on an increase. Tomorrow we could talk about 500 million. Billions of drugs into this country if we're not careful. Remember, the criminal thinks 10 times than you and I. Oh yeah, because the man smart. So he will be thinking, how can we get these people? Okay, they have already destroyed 300 million plus 19 million. If you calculate 317 plus 19 million, you know what you're talking about? You're talking about a whole lot. Oh yeah, you're talking about a whole lot here. The president's son saying not involved into drugs. He gave his a press statement. Oh yeah, that he is waiting to be called in for questioning if someone has evidence against him or XYZ. So the security people should use that TR, the NSA, and everybody to ensure that there's a logical conclusion to this particular matter. So that is it. The owner of private bar, the man whose bar is always hot over the weekend and through all the week, the man has been linked to drugs. Is private bar a drugs bar? That is a question, but he has been given multiple charges. Henry is facing multiple charges from the National Police for his alleged involvement into criminalities. Drugs business is a criminal offense. So it includes criminal conspiracy, criminal felicitation, criminal solicitation, illegal possession of unlicensed illicit substances, unlicensed importation. So the man did not get licensed, but he was importing, according to the police charge sheet. He was importing illicit drugs and money laundering. Money laundering by counterfeit. You're traveling with more than 10,000. You do this one, you do that one. You're using bad money in the country as well. Trafficking, trade, and sales of narcotics. So the man was selling drugs at private bar or whatsoever, or using private bars to cover up to sell drugs. Whether it's opinion, as we say, marijuana, cocaine, whatsoever, he was using private bar according to them. Let's see how it plays out. Let's see the evidence in the possession of the government as they'll be sending him to court or so. So, Minister Kear disclosed that the charges were brought following an ongoing investigation by Liberia National Police and other security agencies, which means the NSA was involved in other institutions. They had eye on the private barman. Those of you who selling drugs, the government is coming after you for destroying our society and the reputation of our country. Those of you who are selling drugs to destroy the youthful population, the government of the Republic of Liberia is coming after you. Oh, yes. So it is also in line with the issue of the CSHA, right? Let's get the CSHA information, and then we will definitely open up the phone lines for your contribution on the program. So the Ministry of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry has announced an immediate nationwide ban on the sales, distribution, promotion, and use of CSHA products in nightclubs. Listen, nightclubs, bars, lounge, and similar entertainment centers or establishments. So you got it. Those of you get a small shop, you're selling 1 or 2 CSHA bottles to people in the corner. The government say stop it. Those of you selling CSHA coal, you selling CSHA pipe, anything that has to do with CSHA, you even selling the 4 people that they get bold to put under the CSHA. The government said it is banned because they observed that since the Ministry of Health made that pronouncement, people smoking CSHA all over. People taking CSHA everywhere now. The bars have reintroduced it, nightclubs reintroduced the CSHA, entertainment centers reintroduced the CSHA, and business people, supermarkets, superstores, stores, provision areas, they're selling CSHA coal, CSHA materials now. It is banned. It's illegal to smoke it or to sell its materials, any products associated with CSHA. So the directive requires business owners to stop selling CSHA, remove all related equipment from their premises, prohibit customers from smoking CSHA, and ensure staff strictly enforce the order. So when you go to the bar, you ask somebody, you get CSHA, the person say, yeah. You go in the blue room or in the black room, the CSHA there. They say that particular bar should tell the people to stop it. The waiter, waitresses, and all the employees at these small shop and entertainment centers should not encourage customers to buy CSHA. What would the government do? According to the ministry, businesses that violate the directive faces penalty, including immediate closure. They will close your business down because of CSHA. You could lose your customers and lose your income, or place that give you your hustle, small money. immediate closer fines. They could fine you, and guess what? Maybe you sell this shisha for $5, then they fine you $1 million like $1 for example. Where you going to get it from, right? Suspension or withdrawal of the business licenses. So for the bigger nightclubs, they could suspend your license to operate on the nightclub. They could suspend your license for operating business selling alcoholic beverages also. And other administrative or legal sanctions could happen. So they will use that discretion to tell you when they come and see people smoking shisha to your area, they will use their administrative discretion to impose penalties on you for doing that. They say small sheen better than big sheen. So a hint to a wise is quite sufficient. The ministry also announced that routine and unannounced inspection. So tomorrow, the ministry people get away, they can test you. Somebody you go to your bar say I want to see shot. The good one, face the good one. You face it, they get it, they take the picture as evidence. Then they call the police or they call the police authority on you that night and they introduce and say you'll be embarrassed. So they said they would conduct unannounced inspection and will be conducted to monitor compliance and urge the business owners to take immediate corrective action. The authority warned the failure to comply with the directive will result into full enforcement of applicable laws. Full enforcement. So they could bring the place, have you arrested, close the place, do this, do that. Even the people who smoking the shisha also could be arrested. A whole lot could happen as well. So be careful. You don't know who is a customer, who is a part of the Ministry of Commerce or the police. They could come in disguise, out of the regular customer and confiscate your shisha, close your business down, take money from you. Somebody will come and extort the process. They will say, before I close your place, I give me small thing. Why you hustling for $100 profit or $500 profit a night? You give it to that man, he goes, you tell your friend, say, I put already doing shisha there. Another person will come to you in disguise. So as you continue to lose, stop it. It is a directive from the government of Liberia. You need to stop it. These are things that happen. And other people will take drugs and put it in the shisha and smoke it. For example, somebody can take opinion or marijuana, put it in the shisha, smoke it. They say they won't get hot because they want for people to see them smoking opium. So you have to be careful. Your health, your safety, everything matters a whole lot. That's how the drugs business can start. You start smoking a shisha, it's damaging your health, it's damaging your lungs, your heart, and everything. You carry yourself softly, and you say you want to enjoy life. You're enjoying life, but at the detriment of your own life. When you die tomorrow, you may be too young, he died. So let's stop it. That's what the government say. And so Prairie Bar, man, has made the public to know that Prairie Bar is a drugs bar. Drugs bar. So they have arrested him and charged him on 5 counts. Different thing he charged for. What is your take? We're also talking to the president and the government of the Republic of Liberia to do more, take a giant-sized step in the process. We still believe, do you still believe that there's still more, maybe big names, like the police director said, there are officials of government involved in the process? Yeah, we could play you the voice of the police director. He said it. But up to now, when you say big names, we haven't heard those names that are the big names in government responsible or part of the process, right? So what is your take about this? Let me see if I can get it real quickly. Yeah, listen to this. This is the Inspector General of Police.
Definitely sanctioned
So key players, key actors in the government, senior level. Well, we hope the government can do more. Senior officials of the police already been involved. Senior officers as well. Yeah. Do you believe that there's still more needs to be done? That the president has exerted the political will to have some of these security actors suspended, dismissed, and turned over for investigation? Do you believe that there are more net clubs apart from private buy into money laundering, illicit drugs trafficking, and sales of narcotics? Do you also believe that there are more net clubs involved into money laundering, trafficking, trade, and sales of narcotics, illicit possession of unlicensed illicit substances, criminal solicitation, criminal facilitation, and criminal conspiracy? Do you believe that there are also other businesses apart from nightclub that are also involved aside from the people being called, charged, forwarded to court so far, police people, NSA people, DA people? Do you believe that there are other ordinary Liberians still involved into this drugs issue? They may not be part of the 319 or 317 million or the 19 million. They could also be part of that other clique somewhere into selling drugs on a larger scales in the country. Do you know some of these areas they're set? Because in the community they're selling drugs. Some homes they're selling it there. In some area they can call it Bagaya, they're selling it there. What does it take, fellow Liberians? We'll take calls, a few calls, and then we'll take the fast check segment at 8 o'clock. But let's take a few calls up to 8 o'clock. And of course, after the fast check segment, we'll continue with a few calls and we'll transition to other issues on the platform. Too many things to talk about. Politics coming up at 9 o'clock, at which time we'll talk about the opposition, the ruling establishment, and a whole lot. But let me read some of the comments before announcing the numbers to take calls this morning on the platform. For those of you who are following us live, this is Kear Morning Live on Kear Radio 95.9, and of course on our online television, KCN TV on 9. That's on KCN TV on the internet. Let's go to the Facebook and of course acknowledge some of our followers. Sheikh Umaru Red says, a call to all sons and daughters of Grand Cape County. Fellow sons and daughters of our beloved Grand Cape County, our country signboard is one of the first thing people see when they enter the homeland. Sadly, the current, okay, I think he's calling on his people to go and face the sample. Moju Lee Moju said, great show, thanks so much. Sekou Fofana said, manager, let me tell you this. Honor President Bakar, there be no room for drugs cartel. Okay, Ruby Kane said he's following. My good friend and brother Dominic Nimland says, good morning to you, the head of Patel and an executive of the Liberia business community. Marvelous says, good morning, Obed Jiba. I'm watching you from my home outside Monrovia. Thank you so much. Examining Liberia under the microscope, thousands of our children are dying, and that is just it. There's smoke everywhere. Listen to this. There is smoke everywhere. There's smoke everywhere. Everywhere people smoking. The country is smoking. Yeah, the country is smoking. People smoking everywhere, frying everywhere. Too many smokes. Let's stop the smoke. Angel Fatu Brown says, good morning. I'm following from District 12. Bobo Island. Thanks for joining us. And all of you who are following us this morning from your respective locations, I'd like to say thank you for joining us on the platform this morning right here on Kear Radio 95.9. I think we're going to take the fast check segment when we come back after this segment, which is a regular feature on the program on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It is intended to debunk inaccurate misinformation, disinformation, and also authenticate accurate information as well. That's why we partner with Local Voices to bring you the Fast Check segment. It comes on 8 o'clock every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on Kear Morning Live, right here on Kear Radio 95.9. My name is Obed Sebastian Jiba. Let's go for the fast check segment. When we come back, we'll take a calls on 0777 959 959 and 0881 871 670. Let's bring you the fast check segment.
Good day and welcome to the Fact Check segment. This segment debunks disinformation and provides the verified facts of statements made online and on the radio. I am Ralisa Massa. On August 4th, Liberia's Information Minister Jerolimic Pia claimed during the Ministry of Information's regular press briefing that when the Barker administration assumed office, it inherited only 3 functional buses at the National Transit Authority. Minister Pia made the claim while highlighting what he described as improvements made by the current administration at the institution. To fact-check the claim, we conducted an online search and found a June 16, 2025 statement by NTA Managing Director Edmund Ford, delivered during the official groundbreaking ceremony for the NTA's administrative building and the launch of its 5-year strategic plan. In the statement, Ford said that following the 2023 general and presidential elections, he led the transition team at the NTA and found merely 3 operational buses, all in poor condition. Based on the account provided by NTA Managing Director Edmund Ford, we conclude that Minister Pia's claim that the Barker administration inherited only 3 functional buses at the NTA is mostly correct. And on August 4th, Senator Amara Conan claimed on OKFM that about 80% of Liberia's economy is operated by informal businesses. Senator Conan made the claim in response to a caller who asked what can be done to change the constant complaints that money is not circulating. Senator Conan made a claim in response to a caller who asked what can be done to change the constant complaints that money is not circulating in the economy. To verify the claim, we reviewed a United Nations Development Program UNDP Liberia 2022 Digital Socio-Economic Impact of COVID-19 on Liberia's Informal Sector Report, which was produced in collaboration with the Liberia Institute of Statistics and Geoinformation Services and the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. Our review of the findings from the assessment revealed that 80% of the country's population aged 15 years and above are engaged in informal businesses. According to the survey, more than 8,000 households in 11 of the country's 15 counties are engaged in micro, small, and medium enterprises. Based on this finding, we conclude that Senator Amara Conan's claim that about 80% of Liberia's economy is operated by informal businesses is correct. This is all we have time for on the Fact Check segment. This segment is part of an MOU between Local Voices Liberia, OKFM, Prime FM, and Kear Radio to counter disinformation and help the public make informed decisions. This MOU is funded by the Liberia Media Empowerment Project, implemented by Internews with funding from the European Union. The funder or partner had no say in the editorial decision leading to the production of this Fact Check segment. We'll be back on Friday with more Fact Check reports to help you know the facts. If you want us to fact check a claim for you, please send us a text to WhatsApp on 0778 986778 and we will check for you. Also follow us on Facebook at Local Voices Liberia, Twitter at LVO Fact Check, and go to our website www.localvoicesliberia.com. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.
Many thanks to Local Voices for the Fast Check segment this morning, a regular feature on Kear Morning Live. Well, the Fast Check segment comes on at on Friday at 8 o'clock. Tune in for another edition of the Fast Check segment. Let's go to the lines now. 0777 871 670. Let's hear from you this morning on the program as we've been talking about the latest on the drugs issue with the owner of private buy and the shisha issue. Government says shisha is prohibited as well. Stop it as you risk a whole lot. 0777 959 959 0881. That's 871-670. Let's go to the line. Take this person on line one. Too bad that person slipped off. So we'll go back to our online page and read some of the comments. Then we'll come back to the lines. Okay, so let's go to our online page and see if we can acknowledge some of the followers there. This person, morning. Before going back
Morning.
to morning. Let's hear you,
Obed
please.
Giba.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. You live.
The name is Sey Gongano, and I call from the JMB and JKK Dream for Better Labrador Foundation and along the UP Intellectual Bureau headquarters in Dole community.
Go ahead, please.
Obel, I think we must take a deep breath to say God must give our president a longevity, long life, and prosperity, to taking a courage to wheel out the bad apples among our security apparatus. Imagine Madam Salih train, veteran people and train them to defend and protect this country. In very soon, right in less than a few years, $100 million drugs were brought into this country. And the way the security managed that case, it tells me that they have lost credibility and they have no moral to defend this country anymore. And this government is now mustering the courage to weed out those bad apples. I think we are making progress on Joseph Yemabaga. That is why I say we should take a deep breath to pray for him and God give him longevity so that we can have a better country and better future generation. Thank you so much.
Sisha has again been bound by the government. He left the line. Okay, 0777959 0777959 0881 871 670. Let's hear from you. They've also bound Sisha. Yeah, good morning. Let's hear you, please.
Good morning, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, you live.
Thank you. My name is Levi Sandy, and I'm phoning from Chicago Party this morning. A proud member of Concern Labrador for Justice.
Let's hear you.
My brother,
yeah.
You see, the issue of the cocaine. So sometimes when I listen to my friends here about the president, thank you for dismissing people. But why would the president not dismiss people who are criminals? The issue is a criminal issue. So when the president when he not dismissed, then why he would do that? Somebody would say thank you. So I can be confused though. Now somebody would say the $100 million worth of drugs. That president with the issue of this drugs now. The entire security service is part of this drug. Even staff government officials from different ministries. That is the reason that is the reason of continue to say the difference is there. But sometimes when Labrador folks come and say, oh, that's time first of the drugs together today because it's Labrador. So yesterday we're not discussing Labrador. So me and they just be confused. So this thing started from initial stage with us to accept this thing. But yesterday they were only accusing one person. Oh, President we are. So they read to President Waka. They say, let's fight drugs together. I'm very confused on my people. That is say, oh, why should we stand together now to fight drugs when yesterday was one person? Why we can't call one person need to today? That is serious in the country, my brother. Thank you, man.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's go back to line one. This person, good morning.
Ambassador Jiba, how are you this morning?
I'm doing great this morning. Let's hear you, please. Welcome.
Yeah, this is Tamba, John D. Tamba, and this morning I run the capital. Thank you, Obel. You know, I tuned to Kear Radio from the news part of it until to the talk show in the morning. Obel, the reason why we're telling President Bwaka thank you, because we did not see the action in the past. Understand this, my brother. Liberia are telling this government thank you because they did not see this thing under the 6 years running of government.
Okay.
What a major, in fact, that will take Bros one side. What a major dismissal that took place under George Weah regime. What a major. There was no reshuffle. One lie you even see cut in the meeting. One lie. So when the action is taken by this president, His Excellency, Joseph Armstrong Wasonga Numa Bwakai, we will commend him because that's in the past. So those have labor for bringing drugs into our country and they will be prosecuted, my brother.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, John Tamba. Let's take this person. Good morning. Welcome. That person slipped off. Let me take this one from this side. Good morning. Morning. Lines are jamming, so let me take this one. Dominic Nimle is on the line. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Obert. Good morning to the Kear FM family. Good morning to the loving people of Black people.
Go ahead, please.
You have said it all this morning. We should all join the government. This is not opposition. This shouldn't be with any politics or politics because drugs is something that destroys our nation.
Okay.
And every one of us, we are intertwined one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Like every citizen in Africa have a family in Liberia. Every citizen in Sierra Leone have a family in Liberia, in Guinea as well. We are connected.
Mm-hmm.
This drugs business, it may be like, oh, Dominic don't have anybody in your family taking it. But if people see people on our street and with the bad news that going on and our country being noted for drugs country with billions of dollars of drugs passing through, we will call it million and some call it hundreds of millions, some call it thousands based on how you understand or digest it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a good thing. And I'm happy that the president is 100% involved. And we as Liberians, we should all put our hand around him, around the government. Anything you see funny, you should report it. Let us put a stop and end to this. Liberia have $1 trillion of resources that we can make use of.
Sure.
Our representatives and senators keep ushering our resources and ushering our features. What do I mean by that? We got Big Mountain and other companies giving us 0.3%. You're taking $1 billion out of us. Those companies should be giving sometimes 400 million, 300 million every year. And that money should go to, for example, they say this money for this year is going for electricity. The money, 300 million for this year is going for road. The other 300 million for this year is going for development for or tourism to attract people to start coming to our country. Do you know how much tourism view Liberia have is just wasting? Look at the money I've been put in the budget from the Eden region to the Joria region to this region as well for tourism. It is changed. Even the money that being given to us, we said to the government, thank you, at least this government has remember the private sector by giving 100,000 since it was established during the 80s, during the 60s, and etc. Okay? Those are steps forward. People say, Dominic Neiman, you don't talk, we don't hear you, you're on government payroll and what have you. If you see, say when Christmas is coming, you can see it from the eve. If Christmas will be better. We are seeing some changes. We're not saying all is well. We are still calling on national government, asking for a lot. But this drugs thing is not a good thing for us. And another thing I want to say before my closing, and I hope that you can invite me tomorrow for us to talk about it. Our economy is going down the drain.
Okay.
80% of Liberians that can afford, they are moving to Ghana, buying apartment, they move their family there, they are living there. Liberia is looking like a farm where you just come and harvest the money and carry to Ghana. This is not good for us. This is not good for
Somebody
us.
here they said they run to Ghana.
They can run to Ghana.
They want back clothes, they run to Ghana.
Celebrate. Now the men and
Birthday,
women, boys and girls, old and young, they celebrate their birthday in Ghana.
Yeah.
My people, we are killing ourselves slowly. We are killing our economy slowly. The Ghanaians are here, they come here to look for money and take it home. The Nigerians, the Americans, the Lebanese, the Indians, they come for remittance to carry to their home. The Filipinos, the Pakistanis. Yeah. What are we doing? President Baga said, think Liberia, build Liberia, and love Liberia. I just using his slogan. The other thing about our country. Some of our brothers and sisters go to the West, go help them. They don't think about coming back. They say that your country there.
Yeah.
My brother, you cannot own a house in a white man country.
Sure.
That apartment you're going to buy in Ghana for 250,000, 100,000, 50,000. Kenya, you buy an apartment that you move in your family. My brother, get that put together, we can do the same thing. You see City Bella? City Bella in Liberia is owned by more than 35%. Liberian are part of it. We can fund our own City Bella. They think they can import beer, they call shopping mall. 100 Liberians come together, we can put 10 to 25,000 together. We can be a better one. We don't need drugs money. We don't need to criticize everything that every government do. We need to think Liberia. When we say, why are you saying this today? I've been saying it. Check my record.
Yeah. Sure.
It's not about you or me. It's a thing about the big picture of Liberia. The tourism view the country together is wasting. Man, if you can develop one government, I'm saying this to you as a government, to the government. If you can develop 3 of the tourism view we got, you will got planes coming in the country, then test it going and coming on Broad Street. That's how you see planes going in and coming out.
Sure.
But we need to look at it, Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, speak up, put him, finance minister and whatever you that around the president that sit with him, have breakfast, dinner, and supper with him. You think about it. I would love to come on your show over Jiba tomorrow so we can discuss it and let us do a press conference conducted by you on Friday so we can get in the people how we can revamp our country.
Thank you so much, Mr. Niblen. Thanks so much for your comment. Sounds very well. And yes, I'm going to definitely get in touch with you right after. Thank you so much, Dominic Niblen of Patel there. A serious businessman. But let's go back to the line. This person, good morning.
Shiva, good morning.
Good morning, Mama.
Yeah, I'm Teresa Williams.
Williams, go ahead, please.
Let's
hear you, please.
Shiva, the question I want to ask our garden from the concern, I don't know what it is.
Concern Liberia for Justice?
All these things I was seeing, the former proof all wrong. No, he did not prove all wrong because we continue to say we commit President Baka. Because when it comes to the fact of justice, he is proceeding. We have never get an investigation change. Can you imagine the moment they don't join, it was the only justice in the country under a regime. Even at the airport, another one thing. So we continue to commit President Baka. There was no proper proceeding the way now President Baka is proceeding. You hearing all of the officials then from even the security sector. There was nothing of such that he did. He just did it that kind of way and took the people money for that. He allowed the whole thing more, especially the painful one is where the joy is there. As for clear evidence, you tell the Liberian people say there is no evidence they lost the case. So what we're saying, they not prove what wrong. What was the investigation? How many people did we hear? Nothing. Who they lost 9 people they called, then they later they let them go. So that what when I say we say today over and over because President Baka, when it comes to investigation, President Baka hell on him.
Thank you.
Fire hell on him, my brother.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. Let's take another person. Good morning. Yes, sir.
Good morning, Robert.
Good morning, you live. Go ahead, please.
This is Jeff Square there. I'm calling for Labadi West Point.
Yeah, please, go ahead. Let's hear you.
You know why? Yeah, you're calling and talking the job we are. We talk.
Hello? That person slipped off. Let's take another one. Good morning. I don't know what's happening to the line. Seems like it is jamming. But let's take this one. Good morning.
Good morning, Jonathan.
Yes, sir. Welcome, Lursing Park.
Yeah, thank you, man, for the recognition. Lursing Park.
Yeah.
It's my name.
Go ahead, please.
I'm calling in my capacity as a PRO for the International Bureau of Regimented Party. I'm from District 3 in the morning in Monserrado. So, we said let's come together to fight the just. We said it yesterday, we should come together and fight just. Today we are stating today that we let's come together and fight the just. So, when just come in the country, it's not time for sedition alone.
Trump is not political thing.
Probably.
Trump is not party this or party that.
Very cool. Is that a party thing or a political party? No. Yesterday we were saying that those people who knew were situated with the $100 million drugs in the pool in pool yesterday. We said, prosecute. We told you to investigate. There were other state actors that were involved besides those foreign people. There were other state actors that aided the investigation that made the investigation to be not people. There was no arrest. There was no investigation. There was no indictment at that time. And those people were scot-free from our court and West.
But but they were vindicated through the court.
So
I mean that there was a person.
You breaking in, well.
No, I said there was a court proceeding, so you can't say there was no this, there was no that.
Yeah, they proceeding for $100 million. They said there was no fund. There was no sufficient fund for the people to keep it.
Yeah, sure.
That's what they said. So I was just did not provide evidence because they were compromised. But after they not provide evidence.
Okay, your line is coming in distorted, Lawson. So let's hold it there and take another person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Sheriff.
Morning, Sheriff is out.
Okay.
I'm in today, Deputy Sheriff.
Okay, good morning, my son.
Yeah, morning. Let's hear you. You live, Victoria Bar from Johnsonville. Go ahead.
When I was on the meet in that period, I was thinking when they call will not come and correct a conversation. When they come and talk about it on the phone.
No. Let respect everybody's opinion now.
Okay, when they come, we talking that they're supposed to talk, they're thinking that we close our mouth. We will not come correct them to come back and we listen. We hear every day we put a father or you in our phone to call. You get me? You said President Baka 14 to what kind of draw he put it? When they draw in 14 that his son is in a hair in a cookie jar and they made a little fruit for all the country. They say it's not 14 draw. 14 draw where? When you're doing shit and picking shearing. When you really take the other person that you want to carry, the person that you want to arrest, the person that you want to call your name, then the one that me put that around him. When he's just standing the female and the wall, that the key actor in the corner, their head in the cookie jar, put it actor up to 9 on his jaw. Then you say you are serious to point you up. You better start from here. They are not serious. President, we have after President, we have $100 million to the income of it. The international panel, after they vet again, the government, the people not found guilty, and the government let them go. So if they don't found guilty, the government will prosecute them because they want to prosecute people. The way you catching people now, you put them in jail. I mean, catching people, I mean, you suspend them, not in jail, when they're passing star free, your son passing around, the drug cartel testing your son. The NSA not going for investigation, the police not going for investigation, but when they say that opposition, the police are actually gun, it's a weapon, you go for opposition to threat and get them to stop it. They capture up in that your brain. You're not off and you're taking in the corner until we now know that very shaking you're doing on the DL, they may not put in drop. They may not put in drop. Like recently, the international community commit to him, they say he will tell it go over and he will tell it go no action. He will tell it go and the poor go. They will call the people.
Okay. Thank you so much, Victoria Ba. Let's take another person. Good morning. Let's hear you.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. What's your name and where have you called from?
I'm Robert Family calling from Maserati County.
Go ahead, please.
My brother, to be honest, I'm so ashamed of our brothers that are supporting this government.
Okay. Why?
The reason for which I'm ashamed of them, is that they are not seeing the facts. Look, let me tell you something. The rest of that 100 million drugs were spearheaded by the American people.
Okay.
They broke the news. And if any reason for any reason for which the people those 9 people were involved in they would have provided the information.
Okay.
I mean the evidence against them. But when the president now had control of the judiciary, they send the people to court and the court vindicated them. So you want to bring the president for that? I mean, concerning this current drugs issue, my brother, let's be honest. Look, the people are shooting the perpetrators of those of the drugs crime.
Who?
Look,
who's shooting the perpetrators? When you have people arrested, you have the president. Yeah, I come in. The president is making recommendation for dismissal, for suspension, and people are being charged and forwarded to court. And you say they are not ready.
Yeah, that's your opinion.
No, that's the reality. The reality is that people are being forwarded to court.
I get kind of view on that.
Good. Let's hear it.
Fine. The fact is that even the 10,000 that were used as a bribe under the law of Liberia is a crime. Now the Anthony guy that received the 10,000, he said when he received the 10,000, he turned it over to the Gregory Kuma, and Gregory Kuma gave him $2,000 from the $10,000. Now let be honest now.
You mean Johnny Bolati? Who said it? Who said it? Get 2,000.
The Anthony guy, the 106.
106 is Johnny Bolati.
Johnny Boda, okay, sorry, Johnny Boda said it at the NSA. He said when he received the money.
How did you know? Did the NSA disclose it to you?
Hello?
I'm asking you.
Listen to me. The lady.
Yeah, I'm asking you.
I'm giving you the information now. The lady that gave the 10,000, the lady was on Spoon FM. I'm on Spoon FM. They almost say we should get the money, and even 106 and 103, and even the police that are in 106 office, all of them were there when the money bills were discussed. But let me say something. If this country that was serious country fighting drugs, I read the police director wouldn't have been sending all investigation today because this drugs issue is not only about United Party or CDC, it's about our country. Today, I'm telling you the truth. People that are traveling all in and out abroad, they have been travel search because of the drugs and crisis in our country. So it's not only about parties, about party building. I would listen to Muali on Facebook saying that and CDC were bringing drugs and distributing to Osoko, and they're not distributing to Osoko. I mean, why you think that?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's take another person. Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Jiba.
Morning. Let's hear you, practical man. Hello. We have to review the papers shortly and take our guests. So we'll take one more call and then we can review the papers. Then we'll bring in Eric Pevist to join us, a citizen, an affiliate citizen or supporter of Mr. Weah. Will join us on the platform this morning from the United States. And yes, indeed, we will talk about politics, the current state of affairs of our country, and the procedure of the government handling drugs. George Weah pronouncement at the recent convention in the USA that he's coming back 2029 as well will be all highlighted through that interview. You don't want to miss it. Until then, let's go back to the call lines and take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Obel.
Yes, let's hear you, please.
Thank you. My name is Lincoln. Lincoln, call from District in Moscow County, a member of the United Party in the Electoral Bureau.
Go ahead, Lincoln.
You see, Obel, I always say I'm going to say this on your platform. A Liberia was privileged to have access to the internet service yesterday prior to the war. We're never going to go to war. If we were going to go to war, the damage was never going to be at this level at which we encounter. The reason was because of rumors, lies, deception. Now that will come to some of the callers I listen to. Somebody call and say, it may say, it takes nothing. Author as if to say they have absolute authority on what they are saying. No evidence, no facts. You go on one radio station, they lie to you, counting on the public, on the air, on national radio. That is completely erroneous.
Okay.
But let me say this. George, we are former president. We have just validated the argument that this government is doing well in the fight against drugs. You heard me when in the U.S. on a convention. It was clear. He said he want to commend the United government led by President Baka for taking at least step in fighting the drugs issue in Liberia. He even blamed his own government for not being too strong in fighting drugs. But at the end of the day, the man comes out there, he said he's saying different things. You all validated the argument that all of your regime, you people, institutionalize the issue of drugs. During the campaign, who was thinking we won't push? They did not validate the fact that you people were institutionalizing drugs in the country. They did not fight drugs. So
thank you so much. Your time is out. Yeah, thank you. Let's take another person. Morning. David E. Harris, let's hear you, please. Yes, morning, welcome.
Good morning to the fearless in abstention. Obel,
yeah.
You guys will have to speak out. When they came for the trade unionists, there was no one to speak out. When they came for the socialists, there was no one to speak out. When they came for the Jews, there was no one to speak out. When they came for me, there was no one left. Obel, in a developed country, the RG was to step aside. People in his close proximity were allegedly arrested for connection, close association with the drugs. If this was an advanced country, the police RG was going to resign. I'm telling you, Obel, that's the fight.
Okay.
Johnny Boladin, why was he arrested? Because I'm hearing people say people lie on the social media. Why was Johnny Boladin arrested? People have to ask.
Johnny Bolade was suspended. He was placed on stand down from his position for allegedly taking $10,000 to create comfort zone for the drugs people.
Thank you, Obel. What I want us to do, I want us to treat the drugs issue as a national emergency. Let us not party-lize the issues. CDC, Unity Party, this and that, because the drugs do not have eyes to see whether you are sedition or whether you are a Unity partisan. No. We should be as patriotic as we are to ensure that we fight this menace. Let me first of all applaud the Joseph Human Baka government for the level of work they are doing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We have to go for we'll talk more about drugs, so some of you can hold your calls. Let's go and review the papers, and then we'll read you an LEC mention. We'll read you a mention from LEC, on the program. The revision of the local data, flipping through the front and back pages of the papers, is a regular segment right here on the program. Okay, before me, I have the Inquirer newspaper, the new newspaper, the Oracle News Daily, the Hot Pepper newspaper, New Republic newspaper, the New Dawn newspaper, Front Page Africa, and of course, Lana Dudu, the Liberian investigator. My first stop this morning is the Inquirer newspaper, volume 35, number 133. This paper is sold for $40 Liberian. Bo Bannon Airline, suspicious vessel in Grand Cape Mount enters deep sea as Liberia launches regional pursuit. 3 detained. The immediate Kear is on the front page of the paper this morning. WAEC result expected on August 14. The head of WAEC is right here on the front page of the paper. China backs Liberia universal health insurance drive. The ambassador of China is on the front page of the paper. With that, flip strictly to the back page of the paper this morning. NASCOP regional coordinator reportedly dismissed for financial fraud is a question. Photograph of Bar Solando Montgomery is on the back page of the paper. More indictments loom in multi-million dollars drug investigation, says Jeremy PI. Photograph is on the back page of the paper. Without move strictly to the editorial of the Inquirer newspaper. We welcome the drug fight, but grab yourself a copy of the Inquirer. My next stop this morning is the new newspaper, The Nation's News since 1989. It's sold for $40 Liberian. Bob Bannon Airlines. Finabono new US $8 million bond challenged. Appet urges court to halt proceedings. Photograph of Nora Finabono, former chief of protocol to former President Weah, is on the front page of the paper. Another story tapping the back page, that's the front page of the paper. Dismiss RIA official linked to unknown vessel as mistress ship vessels into deep waters. Dismiss RIA official linked to unknown vessel. They may pass something doing the control. Dismissing for drug, unknown vessel again, and everything coming in on you say Mark Kula. Photograph is on the front page of the paper. To the back page of the paper this morning, WAEC result expected August 14. Photograph of students writing the West Africa Examination Council on the back page of the paper. Prophet Kear expresses remorse ahead of release. Apologizes to Supreme Court justices and Liberian women. Private bar Liberia owner charged in US $317 million drugs case. Photograph of Henry's is on the back page of the paper. To the editorial of the paper, the perils of drugs trafficking jeopardize the future of generations. You tell private bar men, you tell all the guys in the drugs business, the Colombian, the Spanish, Cavani, all of them, you'll tell them. Yeah. Okay, another stop is the Oracle News Daily. Reporting the truth to you is their motto, and this paper is sold for $40. Bob Bannon headline: people you need to know in Freetown to Monrovia Cocaine Network. Photograph of people in the Freetown Cocaine Network. Joe's, one of Europe's most wanted men, quietly insinuated himself into the lives and businesses of the country's elite. Okay, photograph on the front page of the paper. Corruption fueling terrorism in West Africa. Waka says his photograph is on the front page of the paper. We flip to the back page. Praising chief falls to Colombian drugs cartel. The head of the prison has been arrested and charged. His photograph on the back page of the paper. Too many folks being arrested. And to the editorial of the paper, a president betrayed. Workers fight against Liberia's narco threat. Photograph of Joseph Human Boakai there. My next stop is the Hot Pepper newspaper, Philibert Brown. And of course, is sold for $40 Liberian, volume 10, number 11,809. Praising Deputy Superintendent Private Bar Uno arrested in connection to US $316 million drugs. And of course, the deputy head of praising facility who was charged and arrested for anyway the Colombian and Spanish men go to get one bribe and they will get a small thing, right? Yeah, and so when they get a small thing to the people do, then they catch them. Okay, so the head of the owner of Private Bar photograph is on the front page of the paper. Few minutes of pressure, a lifetime regret. Dr. Sumo betrays the use of sexual enhancer. Okay, grab a detail of that story by purchasing a copy of this paper. 4,262 pass UL's 2026 entrance exam. Photograph of candidates writing the UL exam on the back page of the paper. NTA marks 1 year of affordable, accessible transport service to the Southeast. Photograph of the NTA bus on the back page of the paper. We are consuls, Grand Muftis, Abbas, Khan's family, Muslims community. Without flip to the editorial of the paper, it says, baseless accusation or otherwise what? Grab yourself a copy of the Hot Pepper newspaper. The light for all is the motto of the New Republic newspaper. It's sold for $50 Liberian and is volume 16, number 10. Bob Bannon headlines here this morning. Prophet Kear, I will not curse any woman again. I will not curse any woman again. As he apologizes to Supreme Court and Liberian women. Prophet Kear said he will not cause man curse again. Okay, a photograph is right here, and the Temple of Justice photo is also right here on the front page of the paper this morning. Another story topping the front page of the paper. Centaur wants LTA to account for funds. Photograph of Clarence massacre of the Liberia Telecommunication Authority and Miami of Centaur is on the front page of the paper this morning. Without flip to the back page of the paper, WIAC to release wax results next week, says delays due to challenges. Photograph of WIAC boss on the back page of the paper. Suspects in girl's death arrested in Sierra Leone. Okay, and the photograph of the deceased on the back page of the paper. We are to address Nigeria Bar Association compact. Photograph of former President George Mane. We are on the back page of the paper. To the editorial of the New Republic newspaper, Liberia's drug crisis, the denier, fingerers, pointing and playing game versus the realities. Listen to this. The denier, fingers pointing and playing game versus the realities. Definitely the realities will swing in With that, I move strictly to my next top of the paper this morning. Good morning to all of you following us far and wide across the spectrum of our country. My name is Obed Sebastian Jiba, and of course, this is the paper's revision segment on the show this morning. My next stop is the New Report. That's the New Dawn newspaper with a French version. This paper is sold for $40 Liberian. Bob Bannon headline of the New Dawn newspaper, that's $50 Liberian is sold for. More official face questioning as U.S. 336 million cocaine probe widens. More officials face questioning as U.S. 369 million, that's 336 million cocaine probe widens. WAEC dismisses fake results, sets August 14 as the release date. To the back page of the paper this morning, government seeks regional support to track suspicious vessel on the waters of Liberia on the back page of the paper this morning. With that, I flip strictly to the editorial of the New Dawn newspaper, and it says, dismantling the drug cartel. People selling drugs for survival, while others selling boning for survival, and they think that also is better. Let's go strictly to my next stop, and it's the Front Page Africa newspaper. Front Page Africa, no Nixon's no deal. And of course, it's the Bob Bannon headline here. I see the head of the EPS, the Spanish and Colombian drug guys on the front page of the paper as well. Ba una anti-drugs coup charge as cocaine scandal hits Liberia police. Bartender to the cartel. Is private bar the bartender to the cartel? That is a Bob Bannon headline. Grab a copy of the Front Page Africa newspaper and get the details of that. Without flip to the back page, and it's all pictorial, so we'll leave it as it is and go strictly to the editorial. What is the editorial saying this morning? It says, this is not just Liberia's fight. Washington needs to show up. Yes, indeed, the U.S. government needs to show up in this fight as it has been doing, helping with the investigation, like they did in the $100 million case, and they're doing now in the $300+ million and the $19 million. Let's go to my next and final stop of the papers this morning. Is Lana Dudu's Liberian investigator. Congratulations to Lana Dudu for being the correspondent of Al Jazeera here in Liberia. Congratulations, my friend and brother. To the Liberian investigator is sold for $50 Liberian. Bob Bannon headline of the Liberian investigator. CDC is weaker than ever before. It's in quotation. 2 years of power. The party that once turned Central Monrovia into a war of noise has gone missing from the very streets that made it. And the traders, partisans, and young men and women who filled those streets says the Congress for Democratic Change is now weaker than it has ever been. Reduce the press statements while a chairman serves in an acting role. CDC is weaker than ever before. Do you believe that? I think that would be my first question to my guest this morning. Right here. Private bar owner faces 9 counts in cocaine case. Photograph of private bar owner. Is he a bartender to the drug cartel? 5 different charges on this man for selling drugs, for involving into money laundering, criminal facilitation, criminal solicitation, and amongst others. With that, another story on the front page of the Liberian investigator. Malu oversteps, says RNCHR. Reds Commission chairperson clears that July 17th stem protest of violence and commends its organizer. He says dismantling the armed men and displaying the weapon before journalists fell outside the constitutional right of the assembly. Grab yourself a copy of the Liberian Investigator and get the details. With that, run strictly to the next stop, and it is the back page of the paper. SWA suspend 3 members after disciplinary investigation. 3 members of the Sport Writers Association on the back page of the paper right here. And of course, the detail will come out today with our sports reporter and anchor who will be here to bring you the May edition of the sports. That's Afonso Sayal as DJS. LNHA strengthening Morocco ties through Day engagement. The ambassador of Morocco is on the back page of the paper. For more, Liberia International Albert stages Kamara launches Fit Ethics Sports Academy in Malaysia. His photograph is on the back page of the paper. We'll move strictly to the editorial, and it says Coleman must rescue himself from Gregory Coleman must recuse himself from the cocaine investigation. Gregory Coleman must recuse himself from the cocaine investigation. Why you think that editorial was written? Grab yourself a copy of the Library Investigator for $50 Liberian today and get the details. With that, I'll take a break. When I come back, I'll join my guest Eric Purvis, a supporter of the CDC, as we're going to be going deep into other national issues, politics, right here on Kear Morning Live. My name is Obed Jiba. Let's take this break to be back.
My sweet life. country, but hope is stronger than our pain. We'll rise again, rebuild again.
Oh yes, corruption is killing my country. We cry for hope to redeem this nation, Liberia. Injustices all across the country. People bringing the poor down. Some people use their cash, their influence, and of course, uh, take people to court because they got connections and they just want to see you down. But they can't make it because God is on their side. Yes, indeed. Welcome back. As we continue the program this morning, let's bring you this important announcement from LEC. We come back, we bring our guest on, Eric Griffiths, who is already set to join us this morning. The Liberia Electricity Corporation is pleased to inform the public that it is collaborating with SYNAPT for the implementation of the smart metering program. The initial phase of this program will be carried out in Pinsville and its associated feeders. As part of the process, joint teams from LEC and SYNAPT will begin conducting community engagement activities and customer data collection within all targeted areas. The smart meter comes with several advanced features, including geofencing technology. The meter automatically shuts down and can no longer work if it is removed from its registered or installed location. Tempered alert system. The meter automatically sends SMS alerts to LEC, SYNAPT, and the customer whenever tampering is detected. 3. Automatic token loading. Customers no longer need to manually enter token codes when you purchase your electricity, as credit is loaded automatically onto the meter. 4. GPS tracking capability. The meter can be located through the GPS system, identifying its location and when it is stolen. Following the customer data collection exercise, LEC and SYNAPT will commence the replacement and installation of smart meters. Customers who currently have a meter, possesses proof of payment for a meter, or whose meter was previously stolen with evidence, will have their meters replaced free of charge. Customers without existing meter records will have their information collected and will be required to pay the applicable connection fees to be connected. For additional information, please contact LEC Customer Care Hotline, that's 4500, I repeat, 4500, or visit LEC Head Office, Waterside, Monroeville. This information was brought in and signed by the management, Liberia Electricity Corporation. That does it for that mention. We're now joining our guest who is with us. Until then, let me go back to Facebook and acknowledge some of the viewers. This morning, Eric Previs is set. Let me go to Facebook and acknowledge few of the viewers following us this morning. Ask others to join us so that they can get the information right here. Let me see. Benigo Badi Newton is watching. So I'm following from Congo Town, Monrovia. Laveto Benjamin Kumen Pewala Jr. says, can you provide evidence to your statement? Come with the facts when you are saying something done. Someone don't speak gibberish from your. Okay, I think he's trying to refer to one of the followers who made a position. Well, we got to respect the opinion of people, even though they cannot come with just empty allegations on the platform. The two white guys that were arrested for the 350 million are not in Saw Beach. They are free. How did you know? Where is the evidence? Joshua McKay says, good morning, Kear family and a peaceful people of the nation. I'm following from Cardwell. Thank you so much Momo Samukai Kanen says, following closely. David Twody says, good morning, Kear Radio family, and good morning to the peace-loving people of Electoral District number 16. I'm David Twody. I'm watching from my municipal borough of New Crew Town. Precisely Trowin community. Thank you for joining us on Trowin community. Sheikh is following. Sheikh Ure, Ruben Kanen, Monju Lee, Sheku Fofana, and the rest of you joining us this morning. Thank you so much for the platform. Eric Previs is here. I'd like to say good morning to you, Eric. And of course, how's your end this morning? Good morning from my end.
Good morning, Obed. It's always an honor to come on the platform.
Okay, great. Welcome to the program, and hope we're going to have a fruitful, wonderful discussion towards the growth and development of our country. For the sake of the record, Eric, what is your position when it comes to the CDC in terms of, are you a member, a follower, a sympathizer, a reaction, or a sedition? Let me hear you.
I'm a sedition.
Okay.
And I'm the Deputy Secretary General of the Convention, the Citizen USA Convention.
Okay, Deputy Secretary General for CDC USA Convention.
Yeah. But to put in context, the JET and the convention.
I understand.
Yeah.
So basically, let's start up with the convention. As Deputy Secretary General on that convention committee there in the USA, you care to summarize you care to summarize the convention. How will you describe it in terms of its sources? And for those who did not follow the convention there in the US, you want to give a summary description of exactly what you people did and what was the outcome of that convention as well?
Well, if I were to summarize it in one word, I would say successful.
Okay.
The objective of that convention was to elect a leadership that would care the affair of the CDC USA for the next 2 years. And that was achieved. So we elected a new leadership that has cut the priority in the minute of the people in the USA to steer our affair. And so the convention was a success.
Okay, it was a what? Let's come back and get
huge success.
Huge success. So all of what you planned was implemented.
To the core.
What did you do? We were not in the USA. Our listeners wants to know, what did you do? Day one, day two?
We had some events. The convention kicked off on Wednesday of last week, where we witnessed the arrival of delegates. And on Thursday, we had an opening ceremony that was graced by President George Maria, or as in Liberia people want to put it in context by saying former president. He was there. And the news of that was his declaration for 2029. So that was the takeaway.
Okay.
Yeah, and then on Friday we had deliberation on how we can and move our city structure forward. In order to buttress the ground forces for the return of President George Weah in 2029. So that was a change. On Saturday, we had an election where Success AB Dennis emerged as the chairperson for the Citizen Bureau.
Okay.
And by Sunday, we had a Thanksgiving service, we had a football match, and other activities going on, outing, meet and greet, and everything that you think that should give a convention of the output.
There were speeches and remarks made during the convention, Eric. Prior, the most significant one is the political leader of the CDC, who spoke, which many Liberians back home were interested in, and there were key things emphasized in his speech as well. Let's hear you catalog some of those things that he pointed to back home and his vision for the nation.
Well, Ambassador Weah was clear that his concern is about the drug epidemic in our country. He's concerned why is it when it comes to arrest, persecution, why is it on snail pace? And he wants the quote-unquote rescue government to have a run in peace when it comes to drug epidemic in the country, because currently Liberia is like the epicenter for not only West Africa but the whole of Africa drug trafficking. Testament by the latest dismissal and arrest done in the country where top level security personnel have been indicted and arrested for including the military for their involvement in the drug trafficking. So, like any Liberian, President Weah is concerned. Why is it that Liberia is around $500 billion United States dollars, an epicenter of drug? Not only local drug, but we are talking about Colombia, we are talking about Serbia, and other countries that are noted top-notch trafficking of drugs, and even issuing threat to the life of President Jacob Wakason. So it's a great issue on the international scene. And President Weah is concerned because the image of our country has been placed in the mud. And we have fought over years to rekindle the image of Liberia, so that people do not just see Liberia. Because at first, you have to remember that Liberia was a war-torn country known on the international stage. And so the success over the years has been eroded by the fact of this drug epidemic that we have in our country. So President Weah he took the occasion to call on the rescue government to do the needful as they were elected to do. In addition to that, he's also concerned about the economic collapse of our country. Pervasive poverty. Our students, many of them are also evidenced by the UNESCO report.
Okay.
So these are things that President Weah is concerned about. So I mean, that was his core message. In addition to reconciliation for his own political party as the diaspora alliance,
because he was asked about reconciliation, and he said he has to first of all reconcile members of his party, but he couldn't speak to the one that talks about extending olive branch to maybe the deputy speaker and of course Morsorado County Senator Sir Joseph, who left the party, and they made some comments. seems like that relationship has turned sour politically, but he ignored the fact that there's a need of reconciling them. But squarely talked about his party officials and within the party. He said that.
No, but reconciliation is not the absence of justice of the rule or the rule of law. Thomas' father was expelled from the party. Sir Joseph resigned. And if Joseph wants to reconsider his decision or his resignation, the party is open. But as of Thomas' father, he was expelled from the party. In line with breaching ethics and our constitutional standing and obeying party discipline. So those things, they are engraved in stone. Reconciliation it's about people who are within the party who like we have this issue, we have structural, breakdown, we want this, and they have gone renegade. Those are people, President, we are concerned about reuniting with the party. For people that were expelled, they've been expelled. So reconciliation does not reach out to people who were expelled for breaching the Constitution and the doctrine of what made the city.
How about those who resigned?
Well, that's what I said. Those who resigned, the olive branch is open. Nobody forced them to resign. They resigned on their own.
They could come back to the party.
Exactly. Whenever they decide to come, the party is open. But if you were expelled, if you were suspended, you have to go through the processes that will lead you back to the Congress for Democratic Change.
Eric,
which will be repentant.
Okay, let me solicit your opinion to this publication by the Liberian Investigator newspaper following a conduct of Liberians sampling their views. And this is what most of those people said, according to the Liberian Investigator newspaper. CDC, in quotation, is weaker than ever before. That is the quote. 2 years out of power. The party that once turned Central Monrovia into a war of noise has gone missing from the very streets that made it. And the traders, partisans, and young men and women who filled those streets say the Congress for Democratic Change is now weaker than ever before, or is now weaker than it has been. Reduce the press statements while the party has been reduced to press statement while the chairman serves in an acting role. Do you believe from this sampling of views from many Liberians that the CDC is weaker than ever before? The CDC was robust before coming to power, demonstrating, protesting, maybe that's the right word, against the government in terms of ills against society. But just 2 years after power, this same very CDC that was robust and noted for taking actions, taking on the government heads on, is now issuing lots of press statements, and in fact has an acting chairman who is not 100% a legitimate chair. What is your opinion on this matter in terms of what the paper is reporting, that some Liberians, supporters of the party, believe that the CDC is weaker than ever before?
The first thing is we have to unpack as to who were those people the Liberian investigators spoke with.
Okay, I believe Liberians, seditions, maybe.
No, that's your belief, but is that an established fact? If the Liberian investigator went and spoke with United Party, why did you expect them to say? Okay. So in order for you to say the CDC is weaker, is for you to be able to have an election that will have the strength that will measure the strength of CDC to what it used to be. But in the absence of election, what are the indicators? Is it because the CDC is out on the street protesting and burning tires as people will want to be every day calling for sit in, sit out? No, are these things are the what I would refer to as the threshold for using the CDC is weak or weaker? I don't see that. Every election has a strategy.
Okay.
The fact that the chairman of our party is acting does not make him illegitimate or illegal, or he doesn't have the power or the authority of the CDC. It was the CDC that
he is just a caretaker.
No, but who made him caretaker? It's the CDC. We haven't trusted him.
So, as a caretaker, there are certain limits.
No. What's the limitation of the chairman? The chairman is issuing statement in his name. The chairman is running the
and that's why many Liberians, according to the paper, believe that the CDC has been reduced to.
No, not many Liberians.
According to this paper, I'm quoting the paper.
Yes.
Believes that the CDC has been reduced to press releases and statements, nothing again. So the party is weaker than before. That's what they believe.
No, we disagree with the paper. That's what we're saying. You disagree with the paper. When you sample the view of 10 to 1% and you refer to that as many Liberians, the population of Liberia as of the 2022 census says Liberia population is about 5 million people. When you speak to 10%, they say many Liberians. So that doesn't hold water here. What we need to concentrate on is what is occurring right now with the quote-unquote rescue government that we have.
Are you? Let's stick to that. We'll transition on to other things with the rescue government. I still want to get a counter to this. Is the CDC not weaker than ever before? Is the CDC stronger than before? Or is the CDC best suited in the right place as an opposition?
No, I'm saying that the CDC is on the path of regaining power in 2029. You just saw
on the part of regaining power in 2029.
No. Listen. You just saw our 2022 anniversary held in Greenville County, where we were able to amalgamate forces with the opposition. The opposition assembled there. What does that tell you? It tells you that this is a party that is reaching the gap, reaching out to people to have a common goal that will be able to successfully remove this curse that is upon
stronger.
The party is stronger.
Why is it difficult to answer that question?
But I just said it to you. The party is stronger
than ever before.
The party is stronger
than before.
What do you mean than before? The party won the election in 2017. So when you say it's stronger than before, what do you mean?
In terms of its robustness in combating the ruling establishment.
The party has adjusted its operation as it relates to confronting this regime. And we are conducting that struggle according to our plan of action.
Which is through press releases.
Well, if you will narrow down the press releases, then that's fine with me.
Isn't it?
What do you mean, isn't it?
Has the party not been issuing statement on several occasions relative to?
Well, you expect a political party to issue statement whenever there rise an issue of concern. The party will issue position statement. What do you want the party to do?
Is it an endorsement to the paper's headline that the CDC is now weaker than ever before? Anyway, let's move on. Your political leader coming back 2029 as a candidate. According to him, he will be a candidate 2029. Coming back. What is he coming back with?
President Weir is returning to the presidency with vigor, with direction to moving our country forward. Under this current regime, we have experienced not just 3 steps back, but many steps back from where we were in 2023. And if this country is not redeemed, we will witness a population perishing not only in poverty, but in ignorance, in total darkness, in pervasive poverty that we have never witnessed before.
Not even under your rule in the past 6 years.
No, but under the CDC rules, the records are there to speak for itself. I mean, Liberians had unprecedented press freedom. We opened our university free of charge, our secondary school free of charge. We employ many doctors and nurses, increase their salary. We pave more roads than what we're experiencing right now. So you don't even want to compare what we did with the unfortunate situation that are unfolding. And so it's just a matter of a few years from now that Liberians will correct the wrongs.
So it is of no match.
But clearly, if you were to open your line, my brother, and solicit independent opinion about where the country is, where are we? Every time you log on to Facebook, you turn the radio on, what do you hear? Drug, corruption. Was that the reason Liberian voted for rescue government? It wasn't. So there's an reflection upon the country that we have to erase.
So let's start up with that. When you open the radio or go to the internet according to you, there's issue of drugs. What is it?
Don't quote me. I've been listening to you. Why have you been talking about?
I'm quoting you now because I'm interviewing you and that's what you said. Let's start up. The current state of affairs of our country relative this whole fight against drugs, Eric. What's your take? Let's take politics aside and holistically discuss the issue at hand.
It is embarrassing. It's sad that we're not out of Liberia. If you're out of Liberia, you see the embarrassment that has befallen our country. As soon as you announce yourself to a foreigner, is that the country where $500 billion drug is prospering? Is that a country where the president's son is being named by drug baron that they will come and erase him from the face of the earth? Look at what happened in Grand Cape, my country, where a ship, or if you want to refer to it as a boat that was in distress on the basis of engine failure. When the armed forces of Liberia took a boat and said they were going to do an assessment before they could even turn the engine on, the ship has left. When one of those who was dismissed by Joe Braga, you have written the Maritime Authority for a safe haven for this quote-unquote distressed ship. So the whole country right now is at a lockdown when it comes to drop. So this is a huge embarrassment. But I leave the issue of drug. Come to the bread and butter issue, employment opportunity for Liberians. More Liberians are in poverty than they were before. More Liberians don't have access to safe drinking water than they were before. More Liberians are out of school than they were before. More Liberians are now sleeping in the grave than they were before. So, I mean, this is a calamity that we have to confront. Not just confront, but to remove.
How do you remove it?
Through the ballot box. The Congress of Democratic Change has always been a political party that believes in democracy. We took the authority of our country through the ballot box in 2017.
Okay.
And we are going to try on that same path to regain power in 2029. We do not have history of we do not have history of bringing war in our country. So we will patiently wait. Why it is unfortunate that thousands of Liberians are dying from civil diseases, where redemption, JFK are turning people away because they cannot afford to have access to those government-run medical facilities. You know, we are already losing our people. But whoever will be left in 2029, those are the people that will stick to the ballot box to bring back President George Weah.
In the absence of some of the very same people who are resigning from the CDC, who left the CDC already, do you think Mr. Weah can come back to power when those soldiers, when those politicians who did all they could to make the party vibrant and moving their supporters as well, what would it mean? Do you think it is an easy task to bring Mr. Weah back come 2029, former President Weah?
It's not an easy task to win the presidency of any country.
Okay.
But we are not naive to the regime cracking down on people, suppressing people to resign from the political parties to join them or to remain mute because they are giving them jobs.
Anyone to resign from the political party? You care to further elaborate on that?
Pardon?
Who did they suppress to resign from their political party?
I mean, look at what happened in Grand Judah. The chair for Grand Judah County City, you listen to him. The guy said he had to do it for his family to survive. What does that tell you?
It means that he was not getting anything from the party, so he has to look for survivability.
From where? Where is he looking for survival from? Or who has promised him survival? That when he done things will be better for him.
Who do you think promised him survival?
Obviously the regime.
Is this an allegation?
No, it's not an allegation. You listen to the man's testimony. I'm only quoting him. So the regime is using that to suppress poor people who they intentionally kept in poverty in order to draw. But I can tell you that the city is bigger than that.
Okay.
And people have resigned from the city, people have suspended the membership, and the city has been vibrant. We're not deterred. When people move, they create vacancy. Other people will join the party, strengthen the party, and move the party forward.
Okay.
Yeah, so those things will always happen. That's the beauty of democracy. People have got the right to resign, to suspend the membership, to rejoin the party. In the world of government, there will be alignment and realignment. Always.
But your party remains supreme.
Always.
Okay.
Always supreme.
Okay, CDC coming back to power 2029. Eric, are you optimistic about that? Have you considered all odds? I mean, galvanizing the resources, getting the people to vote. The first time the president was elected, overwhelmingly through 14 or 15 counties. We're talking 2029. They've tested him to know the kind of president he is. The possibility of this happening, taking all factors into consideration now, is what I want you to weigh in on.
Those fighters that led to the CDC defeat in 2023 no longer exist. For example, the lies that the current regime propagated against the CDC, those lies do not hold water. For example, they said President Weah took 3 boys, took a kidney, because he had kidney issues. President Weah killed auditors. President Weah did this, President Weah did that. But currently, what happened with the investigation with the 3 boys? The very rescue government police IG said that those boys drowned, and that case is closed. So that lie has been erased. If the auditors there that contributed to what the was something to go by now, this current government should have been persecuting CDT for those auditors that died. Do we have any persecution? Zero. So did you use that link to gain power? If so, the victims or the families of those deceased are alive. They will be able to make an informed decision to say this government lied to us, that they were going to persecute the CDC government when they win, but the family member dead. But zero. So those lines no longer have a daylight that they will use to maintain themselves in power. So I can assure you that the Congress of Democratic Change will not only win in 2029, but will win. That there will be no margin or no imagination for raking the election.
If you must defeat a unity party that is currently governing the state, through the popular mandate of the people, will need some indications that the current government is below the belt of governance and did not deliver those tangibles in terms of what the Liberian people expected, especially coming under the mantra of rescue. Let's hear from you. So far, so good. What have you observed in terms of the state of affairs of our nation, in terms of governance, in terms of upholding to the rule of law, and in terms of ensuring that the mantra of rescuing the state from you people, the citizens, is in sight under the leadership of President Bouaka?
The indication I'll give you was more than 5 million people that are language in poverty, that don't have access to job, they have no job, it's a matter of the people that don't have stable electricity, and even the ones that have electricity cannot afford to maintain those huge costs for electricity.
Okay.
The people that are out of school because they cannot afford school fees. The people that the landlords have evicted because they can pay rent. The Zogos that are prospering on the street every day, more numbers adding to them. Those are the people. Those are the people that make the decision. Do I need to go campaign to the people that don't have jobs to say this government is the reason that your lives are backward? They're going to make that decision in 2029.
Okay.
A simple walk on the street of Morocco will tell you that nothing is happening in the country.
Nothing.
The only thing that's happening in the country is that Senator Coker said drugs has upgraded to a PhD level. So these are things that Liberian people will be voting against.
There were drugs during your time.
Drugs during my time, they were taken. And it was not at the astronomical number that we are experiencing now. You're talking about half a billion that
there are also steps taken, action taken. People have been charged and forwarded to court. The president has taken a political will to also dismiss, suspend.
The president.
He recommended those things for these security actors as well, and people
the very guy.
You saw the arrest of another Liberian businessman.
What
more should be done when the government is taking these actions?
That businessman you're referring to The president went to his nightclub when in fact his name was included in this drug situation. He went there. He was clapping.
No, that's not private buy. The president did not go to private buy.
Where the president went?
The businessman who was arrested owned private buy.
Where the president went?
He went to a nightclub, but not private buy.
Well, okay. So you can find the name of the nightclub. I don't know why. But I'm saying to you that the president's son, Tata, if I hit song, Tata and Jojo are the least suspects within the drug issue, including the vice president. But why has the president done?
Where is the evidence? Preface?
No, okay. So where's the evidence?
Hello, let's be conversational.
Yeah.
Where is the evidence you've accused? This is a wild allegation to the two children of the president and the vice president. You were also trying to link the Inspector General of the Liberian National Police to such allegation. What is the substantive evidence linking them to this? What can you say to convince the Liberian people listening to you that these people have got a part to play in this? The president's son came up with a statement asking for an impartial investigation with those who have evidence against him so that he can face prosecution in spite of his connection to the president. What is your strong reliance of accusing these prominent individuals publicly?
Reputable media institutions have reported key perpetrators as it relates to this drug crisis in our country. Who are those the police picking up? Low-level people who were also named by reputable media institutions. And they are leaving out action.
Low-level people, you call the deputy at the Roberts International Airport low-level?
The IG.
You call one who says low-level?
No, listen.
You call the chief of financial crime low-level?
Can you compare them to that of the Inspector General, who has also been linked?
Do you believe that the Inspector General is part of this? You, in your opinion.
Media institutions have reported that. Media institutions, in fact, the very idea accused the media of taking bribe. Right? So he himself giving allegations. And the media also giving allegations. So shouldn't it warrant serious attention? The president's son, Joseph Boakai Jr., was named in the video by the cartel. That video has not been denied by our security apparatus, our cyber security expert. Other than say that the video is authentic. So this is a serious issue. So when the president decides to go behind one low-level security man and leave his IG, leave his children out of it, it is worrisome. What message are we sending? That other people were accused and you arresting them on the basis of accusation. For your own children, your own IG is being accused. You are not asking them to step aside or to submit themselves to investigation. You're not dismissing them. You're going after one low-level security at RIE who was taking instructions from your IG. What confidence are you giving Liberian people that you are fighting this drug issue? So this is unfortunate. Okay.
So you mean these efforts by the president and the joint security, they're all meaningless towards the fight, even though people have been charged, Liberians, non-Liberians.
In criminal justice, they got something called a respondent superior. You go for the head.
The head takes the blame.
Exactly. And in this situation, we got the IG, we got the president's son, implicated in these things. And no investigation on these people. No dismissal, no arrest, nothing. But look what it did. They went for a controller, a procurement director at the Ministry of Gender, State and Social Protection. Not only did it dismiss that man, but he's been arrested. When that man was recommended by Joseph Barker Jr. at the very Ministry of Gender, State and Social Protection. Because he is an enabler of Joseph Barker Jr. If you see that man, you know that there's somebody who cannot move. If I 100,000 worth of drugs anyway, there's a man that lives on less than $1,000.
You judge him by his morphology or his ability to move it.
No.
The cartel is big, Eric. So even if you were to I'm coming. The cartel worked in a way that even if you were to assist in the process as a taxi driver, you may not be even know that you transported drugs, but when you are caught on the scene, you could be arrested also for aiding the process.
I agree. No objection.
Yeah.
But that taxi driver is most likely recommended to the cartel.
Okay.
I am not saying the kid from the Ministry of Gender, State and Social Protection is not guilty. Or he didn't play a part. I am saying that he took instruction from Joseph Barker Jr.
Okay.
Because remember now,
how did you know?
I worked at that ministry for 5 years.
How did you know?
No, but I'm telling you.
No, I'm saying, how did you know that he was under an instruction?
But this is why I'm saying to you that I work at that ministry for more than 5 years. And I have myself within that ministry. That guy got to that ministry through the recommendation of Joseph Barker Jr.
This is not authentic.
No, it doesn't have to be authentic, but it's an information that you can verify. So you can just already say it's not authentic. Have you done the background check for what I'm saying?
What's your reliance to this?
My reliance is that
you worked there 5 years. Okay.
No, I have informant.
Your informant told you that he was recommended by Joseph Barker Jr. and he was acting under the instructions of Joseph Barker Jr. allegedly.
No, not allegedly. It's something that I know. He's the best friend of Joseph Barker Jr. I'm saying it to you.
Politics aside, do you still believe that there are higher ups in this country involved into this process?
I told you the vice president, Joseph Barker Jr., the police IG. Those guys should be not only arrested, but should be prosecuted.
Where is the fact? What is the evidence for the basis of what you're saying? Because this is radio. It should be credible and factual.
The people that arrested.
You're linking the vice president. You're linking the vice president. Who's arresting them? Am I the one arresting them? You are
the people that have been arrested.
No, you are on my show and making wildcat allegations, Eric. So I must ask you, what have you decided to accuse the vice president?
My evidence will be submitted to the court.
Is there an evidence? Is there an evidence first of all?
Yeah, we do. We do have evidence.
At this point in time, if you are credible enough, why can't you send your evidence to the to the NSA?
No, but this is what we're doing. They have refused to. I should send it to you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then that's not a problem. We'll send it to you.
They have refused to. Yes, you're saying something.
Yeah, they have refused to consider investigating these guys. But I wouldn't blame them. Take, for example, the LDA. It's useless right now. It is the police that fighting drugs. While we have the LDA.
There's a transnational crime and it got to do with a joint security effort.
Therefore, the DA will take a party.
The DA is working collaboratively as part of the joint security to ensure.
Why working collaboratively?
Why you think they shouldn't work collaboratively? when there is a
No,
joint
I'm saying,
security.
what is the collaborative effort? When everything we're hearing about the drugs is from the police RG. When the people that went to get those cocaine from Rawalpindi Highway and police. How trained is the police when it comes to handling drugs in our country as compared to the DEA? There's no problem with working collaboratively. But when you silence the DEA, and then the police is the only one giving our update, is the only one bringing drugs, quote unquote, is the only one picking up drugs, then it raises a red flag. This is our issue.
What will you recommend?
I recommend that the vice president should be investigator. I recommend the president's son, Joseph Walker Jr., to be subject to investigation. I recommend the president to immediately suspend Gregory Coma. We have to be serious with this thing. Look, right now in the US, drugs traffickers have been burned on TV. Donald Trump is killing them right on TV. People not joking with drugs. Liberia classified drugs traffickers and holding them. Look at what happened at the Morefa Central Prison, where the man who is being empowered to look after image is the very one using his mobile money, using his phone to communicate with those people who have already been indicted. Look at the embarrassment. So our whole security sector has collapsed. And we have the president going after nameless people, faceless people. Where we headed as a country.
So in your understanding is that there must, by all costs, be a higher up, very senior official of government before you know that the government is fighting.
He indicted the president himself. Why am I not indicting the president?
But have you, maybe, did you know that there could be a cartel of public officials also? That there could be business people doing these jobs?
No, but then we don't have the evidence to prove that. Look at the people who are
indicted. Isn't that possible? I'm talking about the possibility. Isn't that possible?
No, I agree with you. But what's the prevailing evidence to back your claim? When all we have now, in fact, did you listen to the police ID? He said there are top senior level government officials, current government officials, that are implicated within this drug process. What does that tell you? Do you have to hear it from me before you believe it? The very IG that is also implicated. He alluded to the fact that top level senior government officials are movers and shakers of this drug process. This is not about stats, about half a billion. We're talking about life being lost. Look, Google Al Jazeera right now and type in Liberia. Horrible news about country. Who's killing our young people? Who are we depending on to replace a Jiba from Kear radio? Iron is the young folks are coming, but those guys are being exposed and exploited by cocaine, by food, spark and die. Are we not worried that there wouldn't be doctors to take care of us when we grow old? There wouldn't be judges and lawyers in court?
Your regime was accused of bringing Kush in the country. Do you have the moral grounds? No. Do you have the moral grounds now to question also?
Obey. Yeah. To whom much is given, much is required. We are giving power to Unity Party. We expect Unity Party to implement according to their platform that they brought the arrest agenda. Zero tolerance on drugs.
Let me hold you there and I'll take calls. Josh, where are you? Let's take calls. Eric Preface from the USA is here with us on the show this morning, joining us via our online link. And so we'll take your calls on 0777-959-959, 0881-871-670. Eric is saying that former President will come back 2029. There are indicators of massive act of ungovernance or governance. Let's wait. Yeah, okay, so let's go to the line and take this person. Good morning. Morning. Guess you follow the guest. is coming back, and there is news of drugs everywhere under the regime of President Bwaka. He believes that top officials, including the president's son, the vice president, and the police inspector chief, should be investigated. You're sounding very low.
I say I believe that the guys spoke well, and I believe that the government have been controlled by the cartel. They trust in the country too much, destroying our children's lives, and the government still on the march for rescue. And today we see a lot of trust in the country. So they lie to us that they come to fight drugs, and now the president's son have been indicated to be allegedly accused, and he offered the drugs. So they see the guys are lying. Okay.
So you believe former President we are coming back? Okay, too bad. Let's go to line 2 and take another person. Good morning, welcome.
Yeah, Obia, good morning. Good morning. How are you today? Let me say good morning to your studio guest.
Okay, let's hear you, please.
Yeah, thank you. My question to your studio guest, in 2023, 2022 or 2023, if my memory can set me right there, and that's going to be corrected, when the $100 million drugs came, how many persons was suspended under your government at the time?
Okay, thank you so much.
How many
keep listening. Keep listening. You will answer. How many persons suspended or dismissed during the 100 million CDC time? This person, money, welcome.
Yeah, thank you for the second time. Lost in Pine.
Fine, go ahead, please.
No, somebody say the city guy is not lying. The city guy is
forget about the person. Let's say your input to the guest.
No, yes, my point. The city guy, that was deception.
On line 1 or 2, let's hear you. On line 1 or 2.
Yeah, so one is that the president or the government is not doing well in the part of the judge. Secondly, that they are level position people that are being indicted in a particular position, they're jockey. Can you claim that the one who say is taking instruction from the IG and now you are being indicted on an investigation? Let me prove to the people. Yes, indeed, I was taking instruction from the IG and what should I pay? They don't pay the penalty.
Okay.
So, this is a title, right, Obel, that this guy has the nutrition will do. You cannot bring the marathon down. It will not work.
Thank you.
Thank
you so much. Thank you so much. Let's take another person. Good morning. There's a feedback. Hello.
Good morning, Obel.
Good morning. Let's hear you. Puka Raba.
Yeah. Thank you very much for that magnificent recognition.
Go ahead, please.
You are. For the recognition of Puka Robert, and I told you this morning from our unknown destination. Obel, you don't have to bring rocket scientists to tell you what is unfolding. The studio guests in studio there, he are all landed with substantive evidence.
No, he bring evidence. He say you send me evidence.
No,
if he send me evidence, I'll come on the show tomorrow. Say that I received the evidence. Yes.
Well, can you wonder why or Jojo Bwaka had a activity to private bar, and why President Bwaka was confident sitting in a particular hall? Are you imagining?
That is not private bar.
Today, the owner of that particular bar have been arrested and been investigated. Only particular or 3% of the million jobs. Obel, you go, you can down. The just issue is in the living room of the president.
Allegation.
All the things the president doing.
Where reliance, Puka? Where reliance?
Come again?
What is your reliance? You just made allegation. You're talking about the head of state, though. This man is taking action. He's dismissing people. He's recommending suspension or RP, attending people on for investigation.
There's nothing. There's no entity. We are talking about the real entity. Those people in the nothing. They are no entity. The people that they are not even subject to the matter.
Okay.
Why I'm talking here? Jojo, let me conclude. Jojo, I was for Jojo or denying that he never know. I mean, he didn't know. They call it or Colombia that had a press conference. He alluded that he know them. He alluded that he know them.
He said a
Jojo
number believed to be a Colombian number sending a video, and he responded to them immediately. Screenshot his response and the video and send it to the NSA and the police
and
immediately.
He know them. He admitted that he know them. And I call it don't sugarcoat the thing. You are sugarcoating the thing. There's nothing to sugarcoat.
Thank you, Poker.
Jojo Bwaka.
Thank you.
Of the particular issue. Thank you. Jojo must be investigated.
Thank you.
So
Thank you. Let me take another person. Let's give other people the opportunity. Thank you, Poker Rabba. Yeah, welcome. Welcome. Good morning. Welcome.
Yeah. My coffee.
Let me give you 20 seconds. We got no time in our favor. We got 9 minutes here.
Yeah, you were asking me about what job we had time was something. I think you were asking me a question about later my money finish.
I can recall what I was asking you.
Yeah, okay. Job we had time. Job we had 4 jobs in the Job we was the only person.
How many persons were arrested for the drugs? I think that was the question.
Yeah, I'm a father. Separate now. Arrested in the court.
Okay, thank you so much. 20 seconds is out. We're managing the time. Thank you so much, my brother. This one. Good morning.
Yeah, Obe, I was in flat, then you called me up.
I didn't cut you up because your time finished.
No, I want to ask one question.
What is the second question?
Yes, my second question to your studio guest. Did you receive the letter of, how do you call it, resignation from the chairman from Grand Jide County? Did you receive it?
Why ask?
Yeah, no, I asking him because he said when the convention in Grand Jide, and he said everything was okay, but from the outlook, the thing, I mean, the tenant was poor, and the guy did their work, the groundwork over there. This is what caused that the convention was low, and then nobody will attend it easily. And even in America, what happened with your party secretary general? He did not attend. What happened to most of the hurricane? They did not attend in the U.S.
Okay, thank you.
All on you people.
Thank you so much. Let's take another person. Good morning.
Good morning, Udell.
Yeah, let's hear you, please. What's your name and where you call from?
Let me say good morning to your studio guests. My name is Eugene S. Jobo Jr., and I call you from Capital Bypass District 8 this morning.
Jobo, go ahead. Strictly to the point. 30 seconds.
Thank you. I listened to the presentation being made by your studio guest, and let me applaud him for the brilliant presentation. You know, Udell, it is unprecedented in the history of our country that the level of the of cocaine, you know, in this country is unprecedented. Look, even for the day, you know, for
and they're burning it, they're burning 19 million, 300 plus million, they're burning it.
In 2005, one person would not say to you that we know how drugs in this country, but the level, the pace the drugs have taken over Liberia now under this regime, under President Bwaka regime, is unprecedented.
Since 1847, eh?
And what makes it so terrible for us is that you have government officials. Just yesterday, there was a name that popped up, and yet to be confirmed, where you have the face of the government, meaning the person who runs the foreign affairs of the government, Beslo, who also need to be popped up.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Now I have the luxury of time. You talk about diplomatic way of bringing in. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Obel.
Yes, sir.
So unfortunate that the judge case is so noisy. The judge, when I listen to the spoon, a letter you read from the Minister of Information, this judge actually started 2018. And you see,
2018.
You know that, yeah, 2018. Sorry. Now, people should know that a child born today does not start walking today. So a kid gradually, when you see a body getting so you know, noisy and popular during the Boga regime, people should know that the child I was born today, they don't start working today.
What are you saying? So that the child has already worked means that there can be something done for other things that the child will get involved with?
No, what I'm saying that things that start today does not get last until it gradually grow. The drugs have been growing up in this country, and to tell you, a popular, if a president will come down, the really worse than this is the government take itself. So I appreciate the government, and first you start infiltrating the police director, the RG, because the
okay.
RG
So you think that the guest is not proceeding rightly in his accusation, right? Let's hold the call. Let's hold the call there because we do not have the luxury of time. We have to go. Time is not in my favor. 4 minutes to be up here. Eric, I'm going to give you 2 minutes and 2 minutes on the dot to respond and say goodbye, as we'll be walking out of here shortly. Let's hear you, please.
Yeah, thank you, Obed. Let me say that the convention in the US was a process. The fact that we had the political leader, President George, we are present. That alone is a serious representation of the Congress of Democratic Change. No other president is above. So the fact that he was here, he was represented. You don't need a party chairman or the party secretary general to prove that we had a successful thing. And I'm hearing people talking about suspended, dismissal. You don't fight drugs by suspending and dismissing people. You fight drugs by stopping it from coming to your country. Like what Donald Trump is doing, pumping people on the water. Okay. Even if they enter your store, you're fighting by arresting them and submitting them to the court for persecution, including your own people who are aiding and abetting in the process. That's how you fight drugs. So I don't give credit for anybody who says I recommend is suspension. I recommend is dismissal or I dismiss the president. No. Do you know how many people Braga has suspended and dismissed on the allegation of corruption? And those people currently are still working through. In fact, some of them even say go prosecute me. And there's no prosecution for them. Emma Glasgow is one. Right, the lady from Luca is another example. So we couldn't be moved by president, dismiss and suspend. So I understand that Liberians, many Liberians or some Liberians are very myopic. Little things can move them. No, some of us we don't settle for little. You in West Point, you play more foreign country, 1 minute, celebrate. No. That's not development for us.
Thank you, Eric.
Yeah, our country is thinking. And what we need to do now is to confront this regime heads on and remove them from power in 2029 to the ballot box. And that's where we come.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us, Eric. I look forward to your evidence as stated that you're going to make it available to me. Thanks so much for taking up the time to join me this morning on the program. Do have yourself a great time.
Thank you, Obed.
That's it for today's edition of the program. My name is Obed Sebastian Jiba. And of course, I've been around since 7 this morning, bringing you Kear Morning Live. Tomorrow, the Sheriff and I will return on the Thursday's edition of the program. And we hope to have some guests joining us on tomorrow as well, right here on this platform. Many thanks to Josh Kear, my producer who produced today's edition of the program. Until I talk to you tomorrow morning, my name is Obed Sebastian Jiba. I'm out bidding you farewell from the nation's capital, Monrovia.